Alright, hello. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to do a video on crafting today. And basically, this shield, it could have been really good. Like, it was on one of the best bases for a tower shield. And the only thing that didn't happen right for me is it really needed that armor roll. Because I get all of my armor from my... Um, I get all of my armor from my shields. So, this shield could have been super great. It's exactly what I was looking for if it had the armor that this had. If they just kind of made a baby together, it could have been a thing. But unfortunately, it's not. So I kept it along because it's like a higher level shield that I can craft with. I mean, it's not super high level. That's the thing. I probably shouldn't be crafting with it because it's only item level 71. With armor, usually if you're going to craft something, you want to do it on like 73 plus at least. So what I'm about to do probably isn't the smartest, but we're going to do it anyways. But I'm not going to, like, depending on the rolls, I guess, I'm probably not going to exalt this. But I'm just showing you what I would do when I try to make a really good shield. And the first step is you just find your base, and this base is really good, and I don't really have another one laying around, or otherwise I might save this one just because of the resist and the HP. But at even where it stands right now, it'd still be kind of hard to find somebody to trade. Yep. Yellows for the kids. But yeah. Um, I it's just it really needs that armor for me. 1 second. I'm gonna mute you, Tony. Sorry. It just has to happen. Um so I'd first of all scour it, and then after that I always like to armor scrap it up, because if you armor scrap you uh, after it's rare, it's gonna require way more of these. Basically, if it's magic, every one of these equals 2%. If it's rare, every one of these equals only 1%. So it's a good idea to get the most out of your money by doing it beforehand. The best thing you could do at this point then would just be make it magic, because what we're eventually going to do is we're rolling it until we use a regal on it. And what we're looking for is like highlight, like this would only almost be good if I was looking for a block chance. That life is really high, the block chance is really good, but right now I really just care about armor. So I'm gonna roll this until I find like life and a ton of armor. But I actually might not be able to get both of them because life is a prefix, and I believe the only armor that's not a prefix is this one. I think this one's a suffix. Oh no, that's a prefix too. Oh shit. I don't know if I can even... I might have to get the armor first and hope for the life. Because at least with the armor, if I go for the armor first, and depending on if I get a really good resist too, it could turn out to be really good. And then maybe it would be exalt worthy to me. At least considering no one on PoE XYZ has a shield that I really want to buy. So this is basically kind of what I have to do. And sometimes you just can't really get the luck you want. you can go through a lot of alterations just by doing this. So that's why typically when you want an item, you normally should just save up for it, because as you saw, I've probably already gone through several chaos worth of these alteration shards. But the reason being is I'm not just trying to find any old like roll. I'm trying to find really good rolls, like just outstanding rolls. And it can be kind of hard with the amount of alterations I have, so that's why you kind of just have to keep going at it. See, like, what you're kind of looking for is something like this, except you want the numbers to be higher. The 222 armor is actually really good. It could be a little better because this one has 286 armor, so I'm looking for something higher than 286. So when I regal it, I can either get the percentage or I can get the life. And so you just kind of have to keep rolling it. It's really rough. Like, you can waste a lot of currency doing this, and just getting what you want is kind of hard. Like, I should be probably doing this more when I see one good resist at least. Typically, I don't like messing around with all resists unless unless the shield already rolled resists on it. Usually, I save that for a rare shield if I'm gonna like chaos roll or whatever. God. Just not having any luck. Well, damn. And like I said, you can do this for a while, and you're not always going to find what you want. I mean, there's a couple times where it might have been a good idea to maybe try to hit it with a regal. Well, I don't want just life and armor though. I want this. I need life, armor, and resist. And Lion's Eye actually doesn't have enough armor for me. I want a shield with over 2,400 armor. And so that's why I'm wasting so many alterations. This shield might not even be able to get that high. It might be able to get pretty high, but probably not high enough. Another reason why I don't want to use Lion's Eye Remorse is because my sharkskin boots, they have no resist or health on them, and so I'm already sacrificing one piece with resist. So if I do this, I'm sacrificing another piece, and I need the boots for regen, and the shield is where I'm getting my resist. And not only that, I need armor from my shield even more. So some of the other builds that do hybrid, mainly because all my nodes are on this side of the tree, and there's no armor nodes on this side of the tree. So, and I go over this in my build, so if you want to know more about that, you can look at the other videos. Oh, God. But and that's why usually you don't want to do this unless basically there's not really any great upgrades on the forms, because this is just a huge sink. And really, I'm not really doing this in the right place. If you want to like make something really strong, your RNG goes up if you go to Solaris. Or not Eternal Inventory, Solaris. I mean, it's not true, but you always see people crafting here, and they always make some of the funniest gear here. Just the silliest stuff. But I don't think it's happening today. Like, from what I need from the shield, I, like, almost need too much that a Regal probably won't even be enough. Like, if I Regal this now and it rolled really high armor, that'd be good, but see, like, the stars basically have to align for what I want from it. So, you know, I'm already down to 40 alterations, and you saw how many I had before I started this, and this is the best I could really muster. I mean, I've had several rolls that are similar to this, but I was looking for really high armor rolls, like super high armor rolls, and I didn't really get any of those. So, but I mean, like, it's not bad to, when you see an 83 life roll and then a 36 cold resist roll, and then your shield doesn't really have more than like if your shield only has like 700 or 800 armor, then regaling it might be really good for you because that shield could still roll like more than that. So, I mean, it's just something to think about. Yeah, and crafting does make you go poor quick. But yeah, and you can do that with a lot of items, and the outcome usually ends up being the same. Like, I know you'll watch a lot of videos where people are making really crazy items, but the thing is those videos, they could have made like several other videos along with it, and just as many of those videos could have been them just basically just throwing exalteds right into it and it turning into garbage anyways. So I mean, that's why you kind of just when you see when you're doing it on a budget, you just need to save all the currency. Like, you see how I've been just saving all my chaos orbs. Usually that's the best way of doing it. The only time you should be funneling currency away is if you're really at the point where the best items that you can get are really the only ones you can craft, because there's just no one has them for trade, and that's why I wanted to try to do this. But because there's a few on PoE XYZ, and they have like over 2.4k armor, but then they have no health. And if they have health, they have no resists, and I want all three. So I basically just want a God mode shield, and I can't get that from PoE XYZ right now. But yeah, so this was my crafting video. It wasn't really that successful, but maybe it gives you a good idea of what not to do. And it can be a big time sink. It can also be just it can take a lot out of you. So that's why it's a good idea. Like, you could do that with chaoses too, but it's just the same. Like, you end up wasting a ton of currency super fast. That's why I don't mind doing it with alterations, because alterations come back pretty quick, and not only that, you get 20 rolls for about as many rolls as you would get for one chaos. So that's why it's really good to get your base going with this and then regal it. But you can get lucky with the chaos orb too. But anyways, thank you for watching this YouTube video, and I hope you guys have a great